Hello, it's Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire, and welcome to today's broadcast. It is Wednesday, the 27th of December, and it's 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK, and it's time for my live broadcast on the OneStream Live YouTube channel. And I'm quite looking forward to this one because it is entitled Live Streaming Best Practices, Do's and Don'ts. And we're going to cover a lot of different topics in today's broadcast. If I bring up the menu, the agenda, we're going to be talking about the introduction, setting the stage, engaging your audience, technical glitches, and just give me a second, monetization and growth opportunities, mistakes to avoid when live broadcasting, and there are one or two of those, and then we're going to get over to the summary. Okay, so one of the things I want to say at the outset is I totally enjoy live broadcasting. It is the most exciting way to actually get your message across and tell your stories. And I'm going to tell you several stories today in the course of today's broadcast on YouTube. Thank you for joining me live. If you comment, I will do my best to respond to those comments. Let's get the show on the road. So, introduction, live broadcasting is like nothing else. It really is. You have the ability to go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and your own website, because I'm live streaming from OneStream Live, and we can go live on our websites easily. So simple and so straightforward to do. I've done recent broadcasts all about that. So if you check through my back catalogue, you will find videos about all those. You'll also find videos about OBS and vMix and Video Ninja. So we've covered quite a range of topics because this is my 24th broadcast on the OneStream Live YouTube channel. I've enjoyed every moment of it. And the thing is, you can reach out to people whilst you're broadcasting. You can talk to people, you can chat. And this is all possible because of unified chat within my studio. I can just open up a tab. I can see every comment that's being made. If it's being made on YouTube or Facebook or the website, I can see the comment and I can respond to it. Which brings me to the first thing, is that broadcasting alone is good, but with OneStream you can have team members as well. So if I was to distract myself by answering the chat, then I wouldn't be talking to you. So OneStream Live unified chat basically makes things ever so easy. So let's go back to the agenda, which I have put away somewhere. It's here. And the first thing I'm going to do is set the stage. Right now, within my OneStream studio, I've got the ability to create a stage. I can change the way I look by changing my backdrop. So let's go over here and go to video settings and go to effects and come down here and voila, I've changed my background. It's as simple as that. Okay, background, I've got a green screen, as you saw a moment ago. Green screens help give a good background and good lighting as well. But it all starts with, there are 4 ingredients to a live broadcast. The first of those is the camera. Now, when we start out live broadcasting, we use the internal camera on the PC or Mac. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to turn the trees off so I can concentrate on, let's go here, and I'm going to turn the trees off, effects, and hide that. Okay. And now we're back to me. Okay, so distractions out of the way. But in terms of telling a story, it is preferable to have a background sometimes, just to mix things up. Now, cameras and external cameras are where it's at. Now, this camera here, if I go here, this is Logitech Brio. Now, Logitech Brio I've had for about 3 years now. It's a workhorse. It is 1080p. It has built-in microphones, and it just works out the box. I mean, you just plug it into your PC or Mac and it will work straight away. Logitech are a world-renowned company as far as cameras are concerned, and this is one of their leading webcams. And this is great for a one-stream live broadcast. This is my preferred camera for a one-stream live broadcast. I'm very fortunate in that I've got 4 cameras on duty today, but I'll be using, basically, if I switch over, I can show you, if I just come over here and I come here and I can switch cameras. If I go down here and go there, okay, this is the Logitech, and as you can see, it's slightly different picture from the Nexigo. And the thing about all this is that when you camera, what you actually need is software. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the software from Logitech, because basically I can make changes to the way I look on camera, and it's important. The first thing is, when you get a camera, is to set it up, and you want to get so that you're comfortable on camera. And it's a learning process. Yeah, I'm just waiting for some software to load, and then I should be able to show you. I'm going to press the button again, and hopefully the software will arrive in a minute. One of the things about live broadcasting is that things never work perfectly, and I at last have the software. So try again. I think I have the software. Just a minute, let me just check. And come back. Oh, it's there, I found it. Okay, I found the software. That means it took a while to load. First thing I can do is I can zoom in slightly. Okay, and then I can go left. Okay, and go right. And I'm going to go down a bit. So you can adjust how you look on camera, and this is important. What you're actually trying to do, if I go here for a moment, possibly here, okay, you can see that you can do a lot of adjustments to the camera to make sure that you're actually happy. You want to get yourself sort of in the middle of the screen. But cameras, and this is the Logitech Brio that you're actually looking at now, and I'm going to bring this on screen. And I'm going to put it full screen. So let's just do this, and it should be on screen in a second. The joy of live video. So there we are. The camera that you're watching now is the Logitech Brio, and I'm using it. Okay, I just want to close a couple of tabs down. I'm going to close that. One of the things about when you're live broadcasting is I'm going to switch cameras as well. So let me go for a different camera. The thing is to find a camera that you're actually comfortable with. Yeah, and somewhere down here, I may need to put my glasses on, is, just a minute. There it is. Okay, and we're going to swap in a second, and you'll see a different camera in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Logitech Brio Nexigo is the one I'm using at the moment. So cameras are important, and it's a question of getting yourself looking good on camera. Okay, and to adjust this camera, I've got a remote control. So this is a Nexigo camera. So vision is how you look on screen, how you feel on screen, being comfortable on screen. Get yourself in the center of the screen, leave yourself headroom. Do not broadcast like that, because that puts people off. Yeah, you want to be relaxed, you want to be sat back, and you just want to be talking. That's number one. Okay, now the second thing about the studio and getting things right, just remember that if I come down to here, what we're actually talking about is setting the stage. And the stage is, in a lot of the shows we do, the stage is us. Yeah. So camera. Now the next item that is important is the microphone. And I'm going to bring on screen. If I replace that, there it is the Blue Yeti. Now that's the microphone I'm using right now. And again, you can start off with, if I go here, you can start off with your internal microphone on your PC or Mac. And it's a great place to start. Don't spend any money until you're happy with the sound on your, if you're happy with the sound on your PC or Mac, then all good. If you want to go a stage further, then you need an external microphone. And the one that I'm suggesting you look for, which is available on Amazon and other stores, is Tech Blue Yeti. As you can see, it looks like a microphone. It's probably the Rolls Royce of microphones in the price bracket that we're talking about. It has a gain on the front. You can plug headphones into the back so you can preview the sound. Because this is a Logitech, it comes with software and you can actually control the microphone and you can adjust the way you sound. If you want a radio voice, then you can switch to a radio voice. If you want to be an alien, be an alien. But the thing is that what you're actually doing is improving the quality of sound that people can hear. And this is key. You need to have good sound on your broadcast. So, camera, microphone, external, okay? And I'm suggesting that you either go for the Brio and the Blue Yeti. Nobody's ever been fired for buying a Logitech camera or for buying a Logitech microphone. You can see a theme developing here. Logitech have got a large percentage of the market. In fact, I've got two Logitech cameras. First one I got 8 years ago when Facebook Live started, and I still got it. But the thing is about hardware and broadcasting is you're always on a journey of continual, never-ending improvement. You want to improve things with every single broadcast that you do. And therefore you want to up your game. You want to improve your camera. You want to improve your microphone. The third part of getting it right, and just a reminder, we are looking at setting the stage. The third part of setting the stage depends. Okay, you could just use your room lights, but your room lights are only good during the daytime. Yeah. Once you get into nighttime and you want better lighting, then you should get lighting as well. Now, I've got a Logitech Litra Glow light, and this is basically a light that you can use 24/7. It's made for broadcasters and for gamers. You can extend it, you can angle it any which way you like and put it back down again. It's Logitech. This is Logitech Litra Glow, so you can control it with the software. It's got 8 separate settings. On the back, you can see an on and off switch. You can see a brightness switch and a temperature switch. But this is sufficient lighting for broadcasting solo. Okay, I'm not saying this is full studio lighting. I'm saying this is good. And what I would actually do is to take this off its stand and put it onto a mount, onto a tripod. And put it on a tripod, you can move the lighting anywhere about your desking until you're well lit. Now, camera, microphone, and lights, always test at least once a week. On a Sunday night, I just test that everything's working. You can never be too sure. When you want to be able to go live without checking everything, so I check it once a week on a Sunday evening, just for half an hour, just to make sure my camera is in the right place, my microphone is working well, and the lighting is working well. So camera, microphone, and lights. The next item is probably the most important to the lot. The next item is you. And people don't talk about this enough. When you're broadcasting solo, people are watching you. They don't know anything about the camera, don't know anything about the microphone unless there's a problem with it. What they can see is you. And they can see you looking straight at them, looking at the camera, which is a learned skill, by the way. And you should be in a mood to actually broadcast live. I've tried broadcasting live when I'm angry. I've tried broadcasting live when I'm not well, and it just simply doesn't work. You want to be at your best. You want people to see you at your best. So if you're not feeling well, then I would cancel the broadcast and rearrange it for when you're fitter. Yeah, there's no point in you putting yourself through it, and you're putting your viewers through it as well. So try and be reasonably fit and in a good humor as well. Being annoyed at something when you go live is counterproductive, because whatever you do in a live broadcast comes through the screen. And if I was in a bad mood, you could sense it. Okay. And the thing is that you would then tend to switch off, because you don't want to hear me ranting about anything. You want to hear me telling my stories and actually helping you. That's basically the way I look at it. I need to be at my best. Now, before any broadcast, I listen to music, I relax, I have a cup of tea because I'm British, and then I'm ready to go. And so those are the 4 key things: camera, microphone, lighting, and you. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're at the best when you're on screen. The next thing you need in any live broadcast, for a live broadcast to be successful, is this. You need an agenda. Now, an agenda is a run of show. And if I just take that off solo, and like so, let's see what's on the screen. Okay, and I'm going to switch that off and go here, and you've got me, the microphone. Remember, that's the Blue Yeti microphone. And this is an agenda. I never go live unless I have an agenda. For every one of the 24 broadcasts I've done on the OneStream Live YouTube channel, I have an agenda. And normally I put it together myself, but today this has been put together for me. And I'm grateful for that, because it takes, putting an agenda together is a learned skill. And when you get the week off occasionally, as I've got today, then it's just a blessing. So I want to say thank you to Shazine for actually creating today's agenda. And Shazine works for OneStream Live. I want to also say hello to Fiza, and we are celebrating today, Fiza and I. We've just released the OneStream Live Udemy course, which we'll put a link into later. But it tells you the A to Z of live streaming using OneStream Live. And I've had an adventure actually putting the course together. And I want to say thank you to everybody at OneStream Live who's created this amazing system. Because remember, you can broadcast from your studio, which is what I'm doing now. You can broadcast from a third-party app like OBS, vMix, XSplit VCam, XSplit Broadcaster, and you can play pre-recorded as live. So, and you can go live to your webpage as well. This is the only system that does that. Gives you the 4-in-1. It's the one-stop shop for live broadcasting. So, hello to Fiza and to Shazine and to everybody in the OneStream Live team. And in actual fact, at this stage, I just want to say this. I want to wish a Merry Christmas to everyone at OneStream Live, and to everybody who's watching this live broadcast on YouTube. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your support over the months, and 2023 has been a very special year. 2024 promises to be even better, and I'm grateful to the team behind OneStream Live. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and we'll leave Merry Christmas on the screen. So that's stage 1, and that's my first agenda item. And the agenda is important. Always have an agenda, a run of show that you can go to at any time. 1, to remind yourself what you're talking about, and 2, to keep you on track. Because the thing is that when you're broadcasting solo, there is a slight tendency, I say slight with a wry grin, a slight tendency to actually go off piece, to actually go off onto other topics, which is only natural. Okay, so thank you for watching live on YouTube, and I'll answer your comments once I finish the broadcast. I don't answer comments whilst I'm live, because that would distract from what I'm actually doing. So let's go back to the agenda. So we've got everything ready. We've set the stage. We've got our camera, microphone, lighting. We've got ourselves in a good mood, and we've got an agenda to work to. Now, the next part of anything is basically, if I go here, is item 3, engaging your audience. And engaging your audience is a learned skill. It takes time. The thing is that when you're actually broadcasting, you're working to an agenda, you're telling your stories, and then you get comments coming in. And the comments are important because that's basically, they are golden. They are what make a live broadcast, is comments coming in and your ability to show those comments on screen, because you're actually bringing people into your broadcast. And when I get comments on YouTube Live from Oman, I know that people are watching. And that's important. The thing about live broadcasting is it's good to have feedback. And the most instant feedback we have is people liking the broadcast, which is good, and people commenting. And there is a reticence to comment. People need to be encouraged to comment. And if you say during your live broadcast, I welcome all live comments. If you have any questions, then please do ask, and I'll reply to them as I can during the broadcast. And what I tend to do is I tend to not show the comments as they come in, unless it's an important comment. I show the comments in batches. So I will take a breather every 10 minutes or so, bring the comments on screen and take them. But again, if it's urgent, and engaging your audience in a live broadcast, comments are good. The other thing you can do is during a live session, you can have a question and answer session. And this, again, builds a rapport between you and your audience. You can bring up questions on the screen. Yeah. And when you bring a question on the screen, you can ask your audience and your audience can reply. You can show those replies on screen. This is one of the cases where you would put the answers on straight away. Now, Nick Wood and I do a broadcast on Amazon Live every Tuesday. And we've got a movie quiz, and the movie quiz makes it interactive because we're live on Amazon, we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on LinkedIn, and we get comments, and the comments are in answer to the questions in the quiz. The Trivia Plaza movie quiz is 10 questions about movies, 4 possible answers, select the right one. And some weeks we get 10 out of 10, and some weeks we don't, but we're always grateful for the interaction from our audience, and it makes for an interesting program. So I actually use it every week on a Tuesday. And the other thing you can do is, especially if you've got a new camera or a new microphone or a new set, is you can ask the audience about the broadcast and get their feedback. And if you're talking about particular topics, you can get feedback on the topics you're talking about. Thing to do is to actually show, if I go down here and go down here, and go to a banner, okay, and bring that banner on screen, okay, and created with Videocon Presenter, and that should be appearing on screen shortly. Just a minute, update and apply. Okay, so you can bring topics on screen as you're actually talking about them. And again, that involves people, and you can get people to respond. Yeah, and it is basically, in terms of that, the more engaging you are, the more questions you ask your audience, the more you bring your audience into the broadcast, the more effective it's going to be. But the other thing is that if you've got people involved in your broadcast, it's more enjoyable. If you've got comments whilst you're live, then it is more enjoyable. I'm going to take that off now because that's just there as a sample, and hopefully I can hide it. Okay, so we're talking about live. Well, it's just a reminder what today's broadcast is all about. If I go and get the card and bring it on screen, so just a moment, and add to stream. And we're talking about live streaming best practices, do's and don'ts, and we're going through the agenda created by Shazeen, and we're talking to points. And I just want to say, I mean, as I said earlier, live streaming is the most exciting way to connect with people, and interacting during the live broadcast is key. Yeah, being able to interact with your audience and basically talk to them, talk with them, listen to them, answer their questions, get involved, be proactive. Yeah. Always have something up your sleeve which you can bring out and talk about, because that's the key to audience interaction. Okay, so you've got the show on the road, you've got people engaging, and then you're broadcasting live. And I'm going to come to me. You're broadcasting live. Everything's going perfectly well. Everything is going perfectly well, and you're broadcasting and you're enjoying it. The audience are joining in as well. Then all of a sudden, this happens. And basically, your camera disappears off screen. And you can carry on talking, because this is one of the reasons why the microphone is separate to the camera. So you can actually carry on talking without a camera, whilst in the background, you're running around trying to sort it out. Now, I've just brought a simple glitch into my studio, which is the camera is off. Now, it could be that you get a problem with the camera and you can actually switch from one camera to another. Yeah. And you can do that whilst your camera's off, switch the camera, and then come back on screen in 3, 2, 1, and I'm back. Now, the thing is, not to panic. Things are going to go wrong. Your camera could stop, as I said then, and then you could switch to a second camera. The other thing that can happen is, and this happens when I play a video, yeah, I have to mute my microphone so you don't hear an echo. And normally when I play a video, my mic is muted, you can hear the video perfectly, and then I come back on screen. I even got a warning in the studio then that my microphone was on mute. And that's for a lot. So if I'm broadcasting with Nick or with Marco, they will tell me my microphone's not working. If I'm broadcasting with Peter or John, they will tell me my microphone's not working. When you're broadcasting solo, after about 30 seconds, the system picks it up and warns you that there's a problem with your microphone, at which point you go and put your microphone live again. Again, don't panic. Things will come right. Now, occasionally, very occasionally, a broadcast will have a problem. And despite bringing your camera back, despite bringing your microphone back, there is a problem. The best way to clear a problem is just to refresh your browser, and you'll come back into the studio and hopefully your microphone and camera will work again. As far as glitches are concerned, the best advice is don't panic. Okay, switch it off and on again, change your camera, change your microphone if you can, and then, now, one of the worst things that could happen is, and it's happened to me, is you actually lose the internet. Now, this is through no fault of their own. It's nothing to do with OneStream. It's nothing to do with anybody else. It's just the internet provider has a temporary problem and you have no internet. At that point, you will know, because it will stop broadcasting, the event will stop. What you do then is you switch off your machine, switch it back on again, and you wait for the internet to come back, and then you start a new broadcast. Okay, so technical glitches, if you still have internet, you can just refresh. If you don't have internet, switch your machine off, start it up again, wait for the internet to start, and then come live again. Yeah, it's pointless battling. And if you've no internet, you can't do anything about it. Yeah, so go off, have a glass of water or a cup of tea, and then come back. That's basically the approach. Just stay calm. I know it sounds, I mean, I've got to be honest, this comes with practice. This comes with the years of broadcasting. I've been through quite a few software testing scenarios where things almost work. Now, the thing about broadcasting with OneStream Live is it's rock steady. I know if I come to a OneStream Live studio, I can select my destinations and go live. With alpha and beta software, you can't always do that. Now, I'm not talking OneStream here, I'm talking other systems, but I'm not going to name them. you do get glitches, and the thing is to just work through the glitch, not to panic, and just take it as best you can. So that was the item that was on the agenda, and it is here. The agenda is here. I'm still here, and technical glitches are going to happen, and there's nothing that we can do from our side other than stay calm and take action ourselves. Yeah. Okay, so just to run through that again, if your camera's not working, try and switch to another camera. If your microphone's not working, try and switch microphone. At worst, switch off and on again. So you can switch your camera off and you can switch it back on again. You can switch your microphone off and you can switch it back on again. Okay, refresh the browser if you need to refresh the browser. Okay, if you lose internet during a broadcast, then that's the end of that broadcast. Yeah. Apart from some systems which are fault tolerant, which will continue the broadcast whilst you're not there. I don't want to test that today, but if I lost my internet, then that's what I would do. I'd switch off, switch on again, wait for the internet to come back and do a new broadcast to the same destinations as before. Okay. And I suppose the next item on the agenda is the one we're going to come to now, which is monetization and growth opportunities. Okay, now you can monetize your broadcasts if you qualify. One of the best places to actually monetize your broadcast is Amazon Live. And I've been an Amazon Live broadcaster now for 2.5 years, or 2.25 years, let's be precise. You can earn money on Amazon Live from affiliate commission. And if I just go here for a second. So we're talking about monetization, and Amazon Live is one of the greatest ways that you can actually make money whilst you're talking. Because as you're demonstrating product, if I was demonstrating my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, or was demonstrating these headphones, both of which are available on Amazon, then basically I could sell these and I could earn commission on them. So the selling channels. I did a show last week, I think, about marketing. There are growing number of sales channels. You have Amazon, you've got Walmart, you've got eBay, you've got Shopify. There are so many different ways to go live and sell. If marketing is your thing now, I've got to be honest here. If I go back 2 years, then I was hopeless when it came to selling. I was on the camera, I was talking, I was live, but I wasn't in the zone. And the thing is, with practice and the more broadcasts you do, you can be in the zone and you can be selling. These are Aftershokz Aeropex. They weigh 28 grams, so they're very lightweight. I can put these on and I simply forget I'm wearing them. Yeah. Now, the way they work is you've got two loudspeakers. Loudspeakers vibrate. The vibrations go through your cheekbone to your inner ear. That's the way the technology works. Now, the thing about that is that your ears have nothing in them. So you can still hear everything behind you. You can hear the traffic behind you. You can hear footsteps from somebody approaching you from behind. Everything you can actually carry on a conversation with the person next to you wearing these earbuds. So you can hear everything. However, these earbuds have a very low leakage. Yeah. Basically, if somebody stood next to you, they would not be able to tell which music or which podcasts you're listening to. Okay. Now, I live in the UK, and these headphones are coated. Yeah. And the coating means they are waterproof. And also sweat-proof, because there was a question asked the other week. I'm looking for, on Facebook in a group, I'm looking for some headphones which are sweat-proof, because sweat is a different thing from rain. And these are sweat-proof. The actual charging point, which is there, is proprietary to Aftershokz. And if there's any moisture at all on that, you can't recharge them. You've got to dry them first before you can basically recharge. So they are waterproof, they are sweatproof, and you don't have to take my word on how good these are, because I use them 5 days a week. I go out for a walk wearing my Fitbit, carrying my phone, listening to rock music, and I go and walk 3 miles. But I've joined a lot of running groups over the years and on Facebook, and the question is asked every week, which headphones do you wear when you're running? And the answer comes back, aftershocks. Now, there are different models of aftershocks. Not everybody's wearing Aeropex, because the price range starts at about $70 upwards. Okay, that was live selling. And that is one of the best ways to actually make money. Whilst you're demonstrating product, you're actually selling at the same time. So you can be on screen telling your stories, because I can tell stories about these headphones and Park Run. I can tell stories about Angelica's headphones. Yeah, telling stories. And basically live broadcasting is all about telling stories, whether it's sales or not. Live broadcasting is about telling stories. So the selling channels, yeah, you can apply to be an Amazon affiliate, open your shop. Having opened your shop, you can download the app on your iPhone or iPad, and it's the Amazon Creator app, and you can go live. You do a 90-minute apprenticeship. Once you've got past your apprenticeship, you can go live on Amazon Live anytime you want. Okay, so that's opportunity 1, affiliate marketing. Opportunity 2 is with OneStream Live. Okay, and let's come back to me. With OneStream Live, we have the ability to broadcast to our websites. And if you can do, this is definitely a do, because you can password protect the broadcast on your website. So you're broadcasting on your turf. Yeah. People can read your blog post. People can visit your shop whilst you're live broadcasting. Market it well in advance. Tell everybody about it. Tell them I'm going live. When? Get everybody involved. Get them onto your website. Get marketing, because you can password protect it. And if you are doing a training course or a training class, and I plan, because we've released the OneStream Live training course today, Mastering OneStream Live, I'm going to be doing in the new year. My plan is to actually market that through a series of seminars. Now, I could charge for those seminars and then give everybody a free copy of the course. Yeah. So many different opportunities. So you can have a paywall on your website so that people need to pay through like Eventbrite to actually get a ticket. And once they've got a ticket, they can come watch the broadcast and the replay. So that's another way of actually earning money. And you can market anything. You can do training. You can sell items. You can sell anything on the live video. Live video is the best way to actually sell. Yeah. You get feedback. We talked about this earlier, the importance of user feedback. You get feedback. You get to know how well you're doing. Right. Okay. Now, basically, we're going to come to the next topic, which is here. And it is mistakes to avoid. Okay. Now, I did ask. Let's go here. Sorry. Right. Okay. I did ask. Mistakes to avoid. It's only by learning them. We all make different mistakes. That's the thing about this. But in live broadcasting, first, we talked at the top of this broadcast about camera, microphone, and lighting. Check those every week. Make sure your microphone is working. Make sure your lighting is good. Yeah. Make sure that you're comfortable on camera. Those are all things you can do every week just to make sure. So prevention is better than cure. Okay, so the way to avoid mistakes is to test. Now, If you have a guest who's going to be on your broadcast and you're going to be interviewing them, practice with them first. They quite probably never use the system that you're using. They're unfamiliar with it. And you can spend 10 minutes with them the day before the broadcast. They can get familiar with your studio and you can get to know them. It's a win-win situation. So again, prevention rather than cure. What you don't want is you can agree the agenda with them as well, the run of show, so that they know what's going to happen. You can surprise them, but they're in general going to know what's going to happen. The more preparation you do for a two-person broadcast, the better. Yeah. Because it makes it easier. If you've got a rapport built with your guest straight away, it's better than starting off from scratch. You don't get the who are you, where are you from. You can actually go into the meat of the discussion a lot easier if you've met them before. So unless you're on a voyage of discovery, do practice with your guests before you go live. So this is prevention of mistakes. Practice before you go live, because what you don't want is a guest to turn up and you are not ready for them. You're not prepared. You should have agreed in advance. You should have agreed your questions. Don't make the mistake. It's one thing when you go live on camera with no agenda. It's another thing if you go live on camera with a guest and you've got no agenda. Yeah, because unless you know them really well. Yeah, I'll give you an instance. Next, in early January, we'll be doing show 403 of Blabbing for Britain. And that's three of us. That's myself, John from Solihull, and Peter from Aberdeen. And we've been going live for 8 years. Now, we can just turn up, switch on, and we can start talking. Situation is that we know each other. We've known each other for 8 years. We know all about each other because we keep in contact. We chat for an hour a week. That's the broadcast. But if you've never met somebody before, yeah, I mean, this is a thing about Nick Wood and I. Nick Wood and I broadcast on Amazon Live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And he and I have been broadcasting together for the last 3 years, 3 or 4 years in actual fact. Nick might correct me on that. But we've been broadcasting together, enjoying each other's company. We know each other, so we can bounce off each other during a live broadcast. So get to know who you're broadcasting with. Check out your system on a regular basis. Make sure your camera, microphone, lighting work. Get your agenda sorted out. Everything that happens in a live broadcast is under your control. It's your responsibility. You're the one who's actually setting the rules, setting the tone, and actually bringing things together. Okay, so let's go back to the card, and we're coming to the summary. And what we're going to do with the summary is I'm going to come back on stage and we're going to go through everything I've been through during this show. I want to say, well, I'm going to say that at the end. Another thing, another mistake is to ignore your viewers. Okay, now I've not been ignoring you during this broadcast. My focus has been on telling the stories. I do appreciate the fact that you've been watching live today. And if you're watching the replay, big thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. And I wish you all the best for the new year. Okay. So Merry Christmas to everybody. So let's go through the topics that I've discussed today and just a quick reprise. Okay. Setting the stage. In terms of setting the stage, camera, external, microphone, external, lighting, external, and you get yourself in the right mood to broadcast, to set the stage. Come into your studio and get everything you're going to use in a live broadcast should be down, and you should be able to switch between one item and another very quickly. Yeah, practice. I always do. I do a run through in my head of what I'm going to do during the live broadcast. That works for me. Find your own way of practicing. Next item that we looked at is engaging your audience. Now, your audience are an important part of the broadcast, because the thing about live video is you've got the ability to actually engage with people, to engage them in conversation. As I said earlier, you can ask questions, you can put topics on screen, you can get everybody involved simply by putting a topic on screen and talking about it. You can ask questions, you can just basically remember your audience and interact with them. The more you interact with them, the more they will interact with you. And don't be afraid to ask them to share or to like. Yeah, I mean, if they're spending their time watching you, then they can basically get a feeling of being involved if they share your broadcast and if they like your broadcast, all of which help you and them. Okay, and we're going to come over here. Technical glitches. We've said about the camera going off and coming back, about the microphone going back, and anything that's caused by the system. Basically, you can't avoid technical glitches. This is live broadcasting, and the joy of live broadcasting is that things are going to go wrong when you least expect it. Never panic. It's always under your control. Switch your camera off and sort out what it is you've got to sort out whilst carrying on talking, and then when you've sorted it all out, come back. If you want to show, and the other thing, if you want to show an image on screen whilst you're sorting things out, then you can show an image on screen. Angelica and I went for a walk on Sunday. This is Henley in Arden, and it's where Angelica's daughter lives, and we went for a walk along the River Thames. That is the River Thames in full flow with white water. We've had so much rain in the UK this year that our rivers are full, and as you can see, as it comes down over the weir, the water is, well, it's just spectacular. And I was able to capture that with my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is there. Okay, so that photograph was taken with that phone. Okay, I just love the photograph. I love the phone as well. Right, let's go back to the agenda. Monetization and growth. Basically, as I said, on a selling channel, you can sell product, you can earn affiliate commission. On your website, you can broadcast to your website. If you don't have a website using OneStream Live, you can broadcast to a hosted web page. You can charge people for entry. There are ways to make money. And well, I'll probably think of a few more after this. And then we've talked about mistakes to avoid. And basically, it's under your control. If you get a mistake, then simply plug in a picture, sort it out, switch your camera off, and then when you're ready, come back. Whatever you do, come back to me. Enjoy live broadcasting. Enjoy live broadcasting on OneStream. This has been Stephen, live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. I'd like to say thank you for your time and Merry Christmas. Goodbye for now. Take care. Bye.